Hey everybody, today I have something to talk about, and it's pretty serious. Um, it's this right here. This is an over-the-counter, very strong painkiller. It's called 7-O, and you can buy this at head shops. You can vape it, you can take the gummies, or you can get these chewables. Uh, Before I get into this too much, I'm going to let you know a little about myself. I am a combat veteran who was shot and blown up severely in Iraq, Fallujah, Iraq. I'll grab the camera. One second. I have shrapnel on my head. Everything happened on my left side. I have it on my arm. I have it on my leg. I don't know if you can see right here. One second. Bear with me. There we go. That's from the explosion. And I have about 4 more of those big holes like that. I have one that went right through my foot about that big. I have the big hole like that. I have another hole that's about that big from the explosion in the round. I got shot in the foot. It went through my foot and out the top. And I got blown up. And so I have shrapnel all over the place on my left hand side, and then I have 2 big holes like that on my back. Now, they've all been closed with plastic surgery and stuff like that, but I know something about pain. 20 years later, I'm still in pain every single day. And it sucks. And they don't prescribe painkillers anymore. So when I heard this is an alternative to painkillers, and it is over-the-counter painkiller, I thought, yeah, right, this is bullshit. So I tried it. It's not bullshit. This shit is pretty serious. And the reason I say it's serious, it's highly addictive, very addictive. And I was prescribed 4 Oxy 80s a day, and at one time, Oxy 80s were the big dogs. They were big OxyContin pills, and they were extremely strong. And I was taking more than I was supposed to take, and I was prescribed 4 a day, and that wasn't enough. So I was taking like 8 or more, and be out of that 120 prescription in a week, 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, and withdraw the rest of the time. And it was just horrible. And I've been clean for 6 years now. Well, anyways, this, and I'm gonna bring it up close, right here. This is just a certain one that I grabbed. You're supposed to take a quarter of a pill. I did, and that's a recommended dose, and I didn't feel anything. So I took half of one, I doubled the dose, and I felt it. And it, like I said, it's a strong painkiller, dude. You don't feel pain at all, and you kind of get, it kind of feels like heroin. I am also a recovering heroin addict. I was a heroin addict for about 10 years, because when I got back from the war, they were treating my pain, and I was fine. And then one day they just stopped, and I couldn't get painkillers anywhere, and I was taking them correctly. And then I started abusing them one time, but anyways, I couldn't get them. So it was just, you can't. And here's the thing now, some people do need pain medicine. I don't know if doctors know that or not. They're too scared to write prescriptions now, because so many doctors have been in trouble for writing too many opiate prescriptions. So a lot of doctors now won't even write opiates. And a lot of people do need them. Like my wife, she has stage 4 cancer, and they're giving her Roxycontin 5s, which is nothing, and it's not cutting the pain. And I'm not going to go into that, but and to get that, just to get that small amount of painkiller was a huge ordeal, absolute huge ordeal, and she has stage 4 cancer. So this is so I heard about this, and I heard it was over the counter, and I thought maybe I could try it, and if it helped for pain, maybe my wife could try it, and it would help. But I didn't know how addictive it is. It's very addictive, and after you take it the first time, you'll know why. Now, heroin, it feels like heroin. It's not like a heroin. It feels like heroin, honestly. It's different, but it does kind of feel like it. You don't have pain. You feel warm all over the place. You're not out. It's pretty close to it, and it's scary because if you're thinking about using this, first of all, the withdrawal I heard was horrible, and I don't know if methadone, I don't know if Suboxone or any of that stuff even works on this stuff. Who knows? So if you end up getting addicted to this, you're screwed. So don't take it. And if you do decide to take it, this is the way. Take it. This is what I'm going to do. I have 3 pills left, right? I am going to put these up, and if there's ever a day where I'm really in pain, like a really bad day, then I have a couple doses here, and I would take a dose and not take it again. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I might just toss these, but that's the only way I can see to take this. But they're going to outlaw it, and they're going to outlaw it soon, and there's a good reason why, because it's dangerous. And that's just what I know from taking it. Who knows what the side effects or anything else is. 7-0 is from kratom. It's basically kratom. It's a part of the plant that is really, really potent, and it's a small part of the plant, and that's where the 7-0 comes from. And it is a painkiller. It isn't basically an opiate. It's not an opiate, but it's very similar to an opiate, and the feeling, everything, and the pain being gone. But it is dangerous, and I don't know how you OD on it if you take too much. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. With stuff like this, and yeah, I went into the head shop, right? And I got me some. Just for fuck it, I got some TCA weed, and I've had some of it, and it's only 3%. Marijuana, THC. But this is fire right here. This is just straight up weed. I'm having a hard time getting it out. I have been smoking it because it's good. I do smoke cannabis still for pain because that's about the only thing I can take anymore. Anyways, it's not coming out, but this is fire. Absolute fire. And it's just regular weed. And they say, oh, it's THC. Hey. Well, if you think about it, THCA, right? If you don't know about it, it is nothing, right? Until you heat it up and it turns and converts into THC. So, all weed you heat up somehow, right? So, I don't understand how all the weed's not THCA. You know what I'm saying? If you have to heat it and it, whatever. But I'm talking about the 7-0. And it is dangerous. And if you know kids are taking it, if kids get a hold of this, and they are, high school kids are taking this shit, and this is dangerous, man. And you do not want, I'm warning you, you do not want to be addicted to heroin or any kind of opiate. It is miserable. And this stuff, I heard, is worse. And that's the thing about heroin and opiates. You get this warm, feeling like there's nothing could ever be wrong with this. And when it wears off, oh yeah, there's something wrong. You start going through withdrawal, and withdrawal is horrible. And if you don't know what heroin withdrawal is, I would get rage first, like this rage, where I just needed heroin, and I would freak out, and then I'd start to feel sick, and you feel like you're dying. That's the best way to explain it. You feel like you're dying, and you're not. You can go to the hospital and they're like, you're not dying, and they're not going to do anything for you. So it is absolutely horrible. You're on your own, man, and this is not good. This is not good. I'm warning people on this. The 7-0, it's dangerous, man. This is dangerous to have around. I'm sure it's going to get pulled, but who knows? I'm just giving you guys the 411 on this. It is a very strong painkiller, and maybe some way there's a use for it, but I'm not seeing it. Like I said, it is a shame that some people do need pain medicine and they can't get it because how strict everything is now. And I can see why these would be appealing. But the addiction part of it, you're going to get hooked. And you're going to get hooked fast. I wouldn't take, if you do take these, people are going to take them regardless what I say. I could talk out my ass. You're going to do what you want to do regardless, no matter what I tell you. So be careful. Don't take these more than 2 days, because you will. I don't know if you will, but you're playing with fire and you're gonna get hooked. You know, a couple of days in a row. That's all it took me to get hooked on opiates. Like 3 or 4 days, and I was hooked. And I started getting withdrawal, and it was mild, but I wanted to go away, and I should have just stopped then, and I didn't. And I'm warning people about this. 7-0 is what it's called. It's 7-0 hydroxymyradinine or some shit. I don't know exactly, but like for example, this is 200 milligrams in these 5 pills. So you're only supposed to take like 10 milligrams, but every 6 hours, twice, and that's it. And nobody's doing that, because that's not how you get the good effect. But like I said, this is 7-0, and I'm warning people on this. This is a dangerous drug, and you can get it right at the head shop. You just got to be 21 years old, and you get a very strong narcotic painkiller, right over the counter. But the thing is, it's addictive as hell. And I warn people, you do not want to be addicted to opiates, or something like this is worse. Be careful, stay safe, don't take the shit. I warn you. Actually, I'm just going to flush these pills. I don't even want them in my possession, because it's not worth it. You know, what if I take these 3 pills and I get hooked? You know? Then I'm screwed. Who knows what the doses is? So when I was doing this video, I really thought about it. These are going in the trash, and I'm not even gonna put them in the trash. I'm gonna have to, you know, do something with them, get rid of them. But garbage. Don't try 7-0. I'll have some more videos on this shit. I'll be looking for them. Peace.